Team Evolution versus planB. ClanBase EuroCup 26 qualifier. First map. Dreadful plays. Let's get into the game. We're following Fears to start off with here for Team Evo. And he's going to grab that first red armor as well. Surprised no one spawned inside the room managed to grab it.
Yeah, just luck of the draw. But look at the pressure put on him by Hypno. So can't do anything with that red armor. He probably wanted to just escape and pick up some weapons, but wasn't even given the opportunity.
Serbo's going down to Demaya. Avenged Fears' death. And now backs off with this rocket launcher. This is probably one of the most vulnerable positions running through that corridor and having to take that bounce pad up to yellow. But he does get the second yellow pick up on the map. He's got a decent amount of help. There's a very early quad. He's in the hands of Fears, who was the only guy on the map ready for it. Drops down, picks up the 50, so he's looking pretty good. And now he's confiscated that rail away from Hypno. Oh, that's a great rail on Alteza.
Yeah, it's a great start to his quad run because you can see that there's quite a lot of pressure on him. They thought they could take him out.
Wow, look at they're going aggressive still. And I mean, they have got a point there. And Hatemi does come in behind with the rocket launcher, taking out the quad carrier. Sharp picking up that red. So it wasn't all lost. Team Evolution do have control.
Yeah, it was a good aggressive push on the quad. I mean, you've already committed, you know, lost frags trying to kill the quad, and they kept up the pressure on him.
Yeah, it is a tactic we saw deployed by the great Four Kings team. Whenever their opponents would grab a power up, they'd just rush him down until they took it out as quick as they could. Here we go, Sharp going aggressive on this red room. Does just miss out on the timing of the pickup. In fact, perhaps a bit of a mistake there by Team Evolution. They took out the last red, but then left that room up for grabs, and planB managed to get that next red armor. Looking at the stats as well, Team Evolution 3-1 on the reds at the moment, 4-0 on the yellows.
Yeah, but
2-1 on the megas.
As you say, they did leave the room open, and we have seen teams, of course, that don't necessarily look to hold red on this map. So we're only a minute and a half in. We'll have to see how things shape up in terms of where each team is looking to hold.
There we go. Sharp's just looking for the spawn kill. We've got another whole minute until the quad, so we'll start to see some of the tactics deployed by both teams in this instance.
And as you can see, look, there's a tight setup here from Team Evolution. All four members are around the lightning gun, the mega, and the yellow.
Yeah, it seemed like the last red was just a grab and go then. They weren't too bothered about it. Sharp dropping down. Hypno almost takes him out. He almost gets caught out by Alteza, but he was using his health and armor to full advantage there to get the frag and maybe secure a railgun for his teammates.
Yeah, it was a good drop down.
Whoa.
That's the kind of moves we like to see is, you know, team coordination attacks on the important items like the railgun.
Let's switch round. We're following DM now, in fact. He's got the grenades. He's got every gun except the rocket launcher there, and he's just securing this upper position ready for the quad. It's in 20 seconds time. Really wants to start moving through with his teammates. Leaves the lightning gun for a teammate there. Hypno has just got into position there. Serb's coming up as well.
Good railing.
Excellent rail shots there. Takes over the room with his two teammates. This is really a nice play from Team Evolution.
These are great rails he's hitting. They're not the most difficult rails in the world, but, you know, you have to hit these. And him hitting his team quad, so good play.
Oh, that is a good rail though. Alteza, that was an important rail, actually taking out the quad carrier. I mean, Team Evolution are 9 frags up already. They almost had a clean quad moving out the quad area. Fears just railing out the bounce pad. Excellent shot there as well. But
yeah, and that's what TDM's about. You know, these aren't unbelievably difficult rails, but this is what good players do. They hit these rails, they hit them at a high percentage. You know, 50% is what we kind of like to see. And that's what Fears is hitting, and I think his teammates are probably hitting similar.
Yeah, what we say about that last power-up, the important thing is how well Team Evolution locked that one down, as Fears is just taken out by Sherbos. I mean, he's moving around now to take this yellow armor as well. It's a 10 frag margin, and they're starting to push out a little bit more now from the red armor room, trying to take control of this yellow.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how Team Evolution react to that, because if they start using those reds aggressively in the lightning gun area, then they could be coming away with a good item advantage.
Demaya just a little bit aggressive there. Caught Servos, who was just sitting on top of that red armor. He's now stacked 140 odd armor. He has got a plasma gun. Lightning gun hasn't got any ammo and a shotgun to use. Demaya hasn't got too much to work with, only a green armor he just picked up, and there's that lightning gun ammo as well. And planB are doing a pretty good job inside this red room. It's going to be up in a second though. Servo's going to have to go aggressive on it to make sure it's secure. He does do that, and look how tanked he is.
Yeah, and now he's really got to get in the fight. He can't just throw his armor away, of course, but you know, he has to put out some good damage.
Very good play.
Great play, yes.
Great dodging. That is brilliant dodging. He's taken out 3 players in a row there. He's still got a manageable amount of health, although he does just blow himself up. I think it was on the dead body, in fact.
Yeah, that was a great play by Servos. And you know, I think it was a teammate now pushing into that area where he got those frags, which is brilliant. That's exactly what TDM's all about. Cerbos did the damage, and now a teammate can move into that location.
Now they are a little bit late to this quad. That's the only negative aspect of that one, especially as well. Air rocket as he goes at the bounce pad. Demaya, perfect rocket play, and he's secured that out. There's the lightning gun on the floor, and he's got a shotgun to work with as well. And you know, that great bit of play by Cerbos. Actually, the rest of his team didn't quite work out too well across the quad side of the map. They all went in there a little bit late. In fact, he went there on his own. Got easily dispatched, and now there's a big advantage here for Demaya. 3 frags on this quad run, and it's quite hard to pick up a lot of frags. Oh my god, team play there, taking him out. Hate me getting the frag in the end, but the rocket did the real damage.
Yeah, those rockets were really important because I think if Demaya had survived those, got round the corner, then he'd be looking at picking up another 2, maybe 3 kills. But important to take him out at that stage. And yeah, as you say, Cerbos did a great move earlier. He killed 3 players, and yet they didn't get themselves in on the quad. I mean, that's kind of poor, you have to say.
Yeah, here's
when a teammate puts out that amount of damage, gets those kills, you know, the rest of you should be taking advantage of that.
They have closed the gap in ever so slightly. I mean, it looked a little bit like Team Evolution could have run away with that before that triple frag by Cerbos, in fact. So they are just getting more of a grip of the game. They're going to have to do better on the power-ups, though. We have seen them completely locked down by Team Evolution so far. We've got 50 seconds, and this is, in a way, you want to start thinking about it this early. You want to start thinking, how are we going to be in position for those power-ups at this point?
Yeah, we often see early setups on this map, and it's already the sort of time where if you've got weapons, you've got armor, then you've got to think about getting in position for the quad and not, you know, losing those weapons and armor, you know, in a foolish attack elsewhere on the map.
It's a very easy area to lock down. We've seen Sharp run out of lightning gun ammo. He did get the mega health. He's only got 130 of that left in the health. Nice grenade! He's gonna miss out on the quad at this rate, though. They're sort of out positioned there by Hate Me. He's done a great job. In fact, he's got 4 health and he's fended that off. Looks like Plan B are going to be the team in position this time. Although Demaya coming in very aggressively, only 17 health, but he's done a hell of a lot of damage with that shotgun. He is railed down, and the quad's just eliminated on pickup. Wow, great railing by Hypno.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite secure enough, that quad. I mean, Demaya was able to come in, even though he didn't have a lot of health, there was just no one there to deal with him.
Great railing by Hypno. That was a pretty insane railing, actually. It was sick and impressive there. It was like 57% rail, I think. A lot of those point-blank range rails. The gap is ever so close still, and this is Team Evolution's map pick. They are playing this mega health lightning gun yellow armor side.
Yeah, and they do seem to have an advantage on the weapons. You know, most of the time I've seen a lightning gun or a rail being used, it's in the hands of Team Evolution, and they are arguably the 2 most significant weapons on this map.
Wow, Hate Me. I mean, he almost caught Fears in the back there, but he didn't get away with it. A second shotgun kill for Fears on Cerbos there. And off the spawn, Hate Me going to go down as well. Now, we've seen some amazing performances by Fears in the past year or so to see how he's doing on the scoreboard, in fact. Well, yeah, that plus 10 net, 2.5k damage. It doesn't really surprise me too much that he is really pushing it out there.
And the new man, Demaya, Team Evolution not far behind him, so already proving to be a valuable acquisition.
It is only a 3 frag margin between the 2 teams now as Plan B starting to come back into this day. I do have a railer in the rail position as well. Fears is going to have to back up and stack up before this quad is 40 seconds away. Whoa, great bit of LG, and he managed to dodge any kind of return shot. Helped out his teammate as well. Tezza, whoa, does just get caught out. Just switch away his weapons. Does actually manage to drop his shotgun, though, to Hypno, but did a lot of damage pre-quad there. 20 seconds till the quad.
Yeah, plan B,
excellent position. Wow, that's a good defense, actually, by Hypno.
You can see that whole team is there. Hypno's pretty weak, but still got a good shot in on DM there.
Here we go, Team Evolution moving in, going to take a lot of damage. There's excellent defensive positions there to really rip apart that attack from Team Evolution, and Plan B have really stepped up their game on these power-ups.
Teams are tied.
And here's Hypno now with the lightning gun. He doesn't have much armor to his name, probably want to go away from that grenade spam route. He's taken an excellent choice, actually getting into the upper ground of this backside of the map. 1 frag straight off the bat, runs straight into that shaft. He's only got 19 health, has to back off. The 225s are up, but didn't decide to go for them, interestingly. He does on this occasion. That just put him off getting another frag out there, I think. But they put them in the leaderboard.
Yeah, and it's nervous moments now, I think, for Team Evolution. Now, they've been playing okay so far, but all of a sudden they find themselves falling behind, and they might have to rethink the way they're approaching the game. I mean, we've seen that they've had good control over the Mega and the Yellow, but I don't know, things just seem to be slipping now for them. They've lost their iron grip on the power-ups, and that's going to swing things towards Plan B if they can't regain control.
It's like a race on this map. Wow, that's a great rocket by DM as he's still down in this rail basement. Manages to grab the rail. Might want to pass it off to a teammate with only 10 health. Oh my god!
Wow.
What
The pummel didn't hit him there.
I don't know how he survived that one, but yeah, it becomes a bit of a race into who can go the earliest to the quad on this map sometimes. And we have seen it, you know, sending a player maybe a minute ahead. 40 seconds is a pretty regular amount of time to go ahead. He's been caught out badly there, and the Mega Health is lost to Alteza, who's got a pretty plus lightning gun there.
You can see the aggression now from Plan B in this area. This just wasn't happening in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the map. Team Evolution pretty much had that area of the map to themselves, but now it's no longer such a safe haven as it was before.
I think we're going to have to switch around and have a look and see if anybody's at the quad area. I'm following Hate Me now, in fact. He's just going to rail in. That's great. Spam rockets, though, by Fierce. He's also got a railgun. He's on his own, though, from Team Evolution, trying to defend this against multiple players. A spam grenades in as well, and Serpos is going to grab himself that quad. He manages to kill his teammate with a shotgun, but the 50 health is up, and the red is, in fact, up on its spot. So if he can defend this against a Maya spawn, he's in a great position. Only one ammo, though, with the shotgun. Got to be cautious. No real LG ammo either. He's got a rail he can work with. Picks up the... Oh! And Hate Me takes out the quad carrier. He's a teammate. And then loses out. That was a very good opportunity to really extend their lead there.
It certainly was, because he'd got away from the quad. He was under pressure there, but managed to escape, take that red armor, but not really able to do anything after that.
Teams are so tight at the moment. It's going to be difficult really to predict who will go forwards and do better on this map. Seems like neither team's really taken full advantage of the quad setup as yet. But I feel like that's going to be the key between the two teams. The majority of the quad grabs or quad controls in the next 8 odd minutes is going to decide it. We're following Sharp at the moment with the lightning gun in hand. Of course, you can hear him, and he's been caught out by Hate Me's rocket. He's only got 13 health himself. Got to be cautious of the spawner at the back there. Almost hit that direct rocket. Red will be up in a few seconds, but Sharp can't really wait around for it. In fact, he probably doesn't have an idea of when it actually spawns. Oh, thank you for the railgun, says Servos, and utilises that pretty effectively. Good rails and Sharp as well, and it's now 25 seconds before the quad. Servos would do well sticking around this area, defending out the quad. We can see they are starting to come.
They've already got good positions, and it's going to be hard for Team Evolution to actually get in on this.
The only thing Servos, I mean, he had a good chunk of armor, but not too much health. Managed to just rail his teammate there, and that really cost them quite badly, actually. Good railing from Demaya. We've seen this time and time again from him in the past. The switch to the quad. No, it's been eliminated pretty instantly, so no advantage gained there again. I feel like Team Evolution are a little bit late to the party there, though they did come out with the grab, I think.
Yeah, their attack worked, but I kind of think it was more to do with the positions Plan B were taking up. They didn't have people ready in positions to stop Team Evo from getting into the room, which is always key. You know, once the fight is in the room, you know, the quad is kind of anyone's at that point.
6 frag advantage to Plan B at the moment. Here we go, Hypno railing in there. This is 8 impressive. He's an insta-give player previously, so you'd expect him to have strong rails. He does get out there by DM there, though. He rewards himself with that red armor, evades a rail from his opponent. Now this is a good opportunity to keep control of that red. His team should try and do. And DM, well, there you go. He's got the rail as well, so that's excellent news for him. But try and keep this stack of armor as long as he can. Just
yeah, I mean, this sort of area, well, if he didn't take my higher position, lucky not to lose more of his health there.
Yeah. When you've got such a stack of armor, I mean, health, not so much, because it is counting down the whole time. You've got a stack of armor. Your teammates need to stack up as well. Generally, this map played out on the power-up play, so you want to try and survive with that armor pretty much till the power-up. And if you've got a rail already, I mean, he should be calling his teammates in a lot earlier than this to get this rail, not when it's just spawned up, because they're going to miss out on it now. Done a lot of damage, 2 frags, nice. But yeah, play a ranged rail game with your armor stack course, he doesn't have the armor now, and it's 25 seconds before the quad. They want to get to the quad position. And there you go. Already a little bit late there. It's put them in dangerous position. Hits 2 good rails though. Loses out his railgun to Hypnoi, who's an excellent rail already we've seen. Gets his 3rd excellent of the map. And here we go, the rush for the quad by Team Evolution. They're just giving away frags. In fact, probably more frags than planB will get with the quad run. 9th impressive for Hypnoi there. 53% rail.
Yeah, very good railing. Might we see a quad rail run?
Whoa! That would have been a very good frag to get. He could have rushed through onto the lightning gun area there. Instead, he takes a more dangerous route into no man's land. This area does take out DM though with that railgun shot. Switches to the shotgun wisely, I'd say there, and he's replenished his rail ammo on top of that. Maybe a little bit too confident in his railing ability.
Yeah, perhaps. Although he didn't have much lightning gun ammo, so he would have been relying on shotgun in close, and sometimes we've seen how unlucky you can be with shotgun when using quad, but I think still probably would have been a better option than the railing.
Switch rounds a little bit and find Alteza, who has 100 stack. He has a railgun plasma and a shotgun. It's another impressive there onto Meyer off the spawn. Lightning gun did just spawn up, I think he left it for a teammate. And he looks like really aggressive now. He's secured the railgun for...
Well, he's just run an aggressive route from lightning gun straight to rail, and when you're able to do that, it's never a good sign for the other team.
Is the red armor in the hands of Hate Me again? I think in a second we'll probably review kind of statistics on the board of the pickup stats. But look at this red. He survived out. I don't know, 40 seconds,
this is
no
a
damage.
really important run. This is possibly sealing the game up here. You know, look, he's just got at the moment free reign to run between rail and LG.
Oh my goodness. Great rail there, 5th impressive. Only 44% overall, but it's the rails he's hitting are important at a very powerful time to control the map. And look, he's remained pretty much all his armor from, I don't know, 3 spawns ago, that red. And he's got a mega health to it. So presumably, we saw his teammates got one of those reds, maybe they got the other as well. They could have 3 stacked players running around the map now.
Yeah, and you saw there wasn't even an attack on the quad this time, which was a wise decision, I think. There's no way they could have got in that time.
So here we go. Alteza taking the lower route, stacks up his easy rail, and Fears, I think he should have read that situation a little bit better, Fears. Seeing the quad with him rail. Second frag is Fears off the spawn as well.
Gonna die again as well.
Yeah, and Demaya
actually leads Fears.
left to a teammate, I think, but this is an excellent run. He's cleared the whole map. That's really excellent play. Palms off a weapon to a teammate as well. This is a map-winning run at the moment for...
Yeah, I mean, he's been alive for what feels like probably 90 seconds, 2 minutes maybe now.
Really excellent play. I mean, when we joined him, he was 100, so... Who knows how long he was alive before that. Mega health, again, in his hands. He can control this side of the map, which Team Evolution have wanted to control. And they've built pretty large margin compared to the rest of the map so far. There's only 1 quad left to spawn. It's going to be very difficult to bring this back for Team Evo.
Yeah, and you can tell there's problems for Team Evo because we've been following Alteza for a while now, and he's just been able to run around the map, barely taking damage. Now he's under a bit of pressure here, but you know, finally he goes down. But for 2 minutes then, he had just free run of the map doing whatever he wanted.
Looking at some of the stats then, so 29 reds to 11. 23 yellows and 18 megas to 13 yellows and 9 megas for Team Evolution. They do alright on the pickups. Not too bad. The green armor tells a story about the rail though control, I would imagine.
I think they're far too close on yellow and mega pickups. You know, when you're setting yourself up to control the lightning gun, the yellow, the mega, hopefully the rail as well, then you should be picking up more than they have.
Serboz, he's in control of this quad room again. He's done a lot of damage. Teammates are going to come in. There's a big rush for this final quad. Who's going to get it? And it is planB, and surely they're securing out for sure now victory on this first map, which is Team Evolution's map pick as well in this ClanBase EuroCup 26 qualifier. It's going to put them 1-0 up in the series. Let's follow Alteza on this final quad run of the map. Please don't wait for red.
1 minute warning.
Yeah, unfortunately, but again, it's not like they need the frags. It's just we'd like to see some.
But Demaya just sacrificing himself directly to Arteta. Whoa, those grenades by DM! Very
outrageous.
nice.
Just coming around the corner like that and killing someone with nades. Can't really predict that happening to yourself.
And hate me, last 30 seconds. Lightning gun in hand. Meg health is up in a second. planB now on this mega side of the map. Fear's going down. Jim gets that avenging kill, but unfortunately, I mean, it looked like a very good start for Team Evolution.
Yeah, I was very impressed with them initially for the first 5 or 6 minutes, but it kind of slipped after that, and then they never recovered.
Yeah, I have to say I was pretty impressed with the way planB played it out.
Yeah, they started to realise that they could really, go more aggressive planB and start to dominate the map, and they did. And Team Evo, they never reacted to it.
7.6k damage for Hypno.
Well,
Plus
there you
20
go.
net, 48
Hate Me
frags.
says, "Why do you pick our home map?"